Hello friends, welcome to our channel Trendy Smart Devices. Today we are going to present a Wi-Fi universal remote from Oakter. This product is called Oakter Remote. Now this is a universal remote. What do you mean by this? It can act as a remote for any of your IR enabled device. So for example, air condition. So it can act as a remote for air conditioner. You don't need to use your individual air condition remote. Similarly, it can act as a remote for example, your Tata Sky or any of your set-top boxes. So you don't need to maintain another specific remote for your set-top box. Similarly, if you have LED or LCD TVs, it can act as remote for your LED and LCD TVs because they are also IR enabled, and then again you don't have to maintain a special remote for your TV. So this can act as one single remote to control all your devices in that same room. Plus this is smart remote, which means it can be voice controlled by Alexa as well as Google Assistant. So in this video, we are going to show you how to configure your Oakter Remote to operate with various devices, and then how to use voice commands to control this remote. To configure this device, you need to install an app called Oakter Smart Home app, which is available on Google Play Store or Android iOS. Once you open this app, you need to follow the on-screen instructions to log in using mobile OTP. Now you need to select Oakter Remote, click Add. Now there are two ways to configure this device. Either you can scan the QR code which is available on the back panel of the device, or you can set this device up manually. To begin with, let's try to scan the QR code. So this device was initially registered under a different name, different user. So that is why it is asking me to clear the device. I'm going to say yes. If you are doing this for the first time, you will never get this pop-up. So once this is done, it will ask to proceed to configure the Wi-Fi. So let's say, right. Now it's asking me to plug in and switch on the Oakter Remote. Now this is slightly tricky owing to this being a smaller size remote. The plug, to plug in, there is a small slot available on the top, on the back side panel and at the top. So you need to be very precise while making this connection. It's bit tricky. Now once you enter the password for Wi-Fi, what it's asking me to do is, it is asking me to sort of pair your device. For this, there's a small button on the back panel. You need to long press this button until the blue LED which you see blinking right now is turned off. So I'm going to do that. Now this LED is turned off. I say yes, the LED is off. Now it is configuring the Wi-Fi and pairing the device. So let's give it a minute. Now once your device is connected to Wi-Fi, you will get this page. You just click exit. Now your device, on this page it shows that your device is ready to be used. So now we are going to show you how you can use Oakter Remote as your Tata Sky remote. To do this, you can select the Oakter Remote and then select Add Infrared Remote. You can choose the type of device. Now there are 4 options provided to you. One is set-top box, AC, TV, and custom. So what it means is, so this device has some pre-configured remotes in its software. So for example, Tata Sky remote is pre-configured. So you don't have to do really anything. You just have to select a set-top box, select Tata Sky, and then select the type of remote you have, and automatically the software does the rest. You can then start using the Oakter device as your Tata Sky remote. But in case you have some devices whose remotes are not pre-configured inside the software, you can use the custom option and then train the Oakter Remote device to operate as your custom remote. So for now, in the later part of the video, we are going to show you how to do that. But for now, first let's configure Oakter Remote to be used as Tata Sky remote. Now I'm selecting set-top box. Under set-top box, I need to select Tata Sky. So I can select Tata Sky 1. Next, I have to choose a remote. So mine is Tata Sky remote. Let me just say this. The next. Then it says your Tata Sky remote is added and ready to be used. Enjoy the amazing experience, etc. So go to home screen. I can go ahead and change the name to whatever you want over here, but for now let's keep it to whatever it is. These are the pre-configured channels that you can see. I can go back. Now let's see if this can operate as a Tata Sky remote. So now the operation that we are going to perform is we are going to first try switching off Tata Sky set-top box and see if that works. Now if you can see over here, the television is connected to Tata Sky set-top box. Now let's see if I switch off from here, does the television show disconnected from Tata Sky or no? So I'm switching it off. Television is switched off. And now we are going to switch on the television again. Here you can see the television is now switched on. So I mean to say the television, it's not the television, but the Tata Sky set-top box is switched on. So now let's see how we can connect Alexa or control this particular device using Alexa voice command. Now for this, the setup for Alexa or Google Assistant is very simple. All you need to do is click on Link Voice Assistant. Once you click on Link Voice Assistant, it will give you an option for Google to connect to Google or Alexa. Here we are going to go ahead and select Alexa. Now remember, it provides you a username and password. Now this is a temporary username and password generated by this particular app. So what you need to do is, you first need to go to your Amazon Alexa app and install Oakter Smart Home Skill. Then click on Enable to Use. Then it will ask you for the username and password that was given by the Oakter app. So you need to enter this username and password over here. I had already entered, and that is why it is not asking me again. But for you, if you are not signed in with the same user as in the Oakter app, you need to select sign in as different user. Put the username and password which is provided by Oakter app here, and then say grant. Once the smart home is successfully linked, you need to go back to the Amazon Alexa app, where it will ask you to discover devices. So once the device is discovered, it will start showing up in the list of devices. You can click here and see that it is connected by Oakter. This means the Oakter remote is now ready to accept voice commands. Now let's try some voice commands. Alexa, change the channel to Movies Now on Tata Sky.
Okay.
As you can see, the channel is not changed. Now let's try some other channel. Alexa, next channel on Tata Sky.
Okay.
As you can see, the device, the remote, is now accepting your voice commands and it is operating as per your voice commands. And this will work out of the box for Voltas ACs as well. But for what we're going to show you right now is, instead of making it work out of the box, we would try to use the custom options and make this device learn about the Voltas AC remote. So for this, what you need to do is you need to select add or remove, add new infrared device remote, then you select the custom option over here and then select next. Now you can give some name to the remote. You can say AC and say set. Now it says that it is now added. Amazon Alexa has already recognized the device, the remote. Now what we need to do is we need to teach Oakter Wi-Fi remote about this Voltas AC remote. So literally we are going to program each and every operation on this Voltas AC remote and feed it into the Oakter Wi-Fi remote. For this, let's start with the basic on-off functionality. So click on the on, and then here you can see it is asking us to point this remote to towards the blue light and press the on button. So I'm going to do that. Click proceed. It is waiting for the command. I've pressed the on button and now it says click the button to test. Make sure your Oakter remote is within the range of the device. So now I'm going to click on. So I could see the device responded, so which means my AC can now be turned on and off. So I have programmed the on functionality for Voltas AC remote into the universal Oak Wi-Fi remote. I'm going to program similarly. I'm going to program the off button. So let's click off. Let's say proceed, and once you proceed, it is waiting for command. You click the off button. It did recognize the off button. Now I'm going to click off over here and see if my AC responds, and yes, it did respond. So let me just say yes. So now my on and off are already configured. So what this means is, now I have programmed the Oakter remote to work as my Voltas AC remote, and I have configured the on off functionality. Just to test this, let me click on and see if my AC turns on, and it did turn on. Using the same procedure, you can configure all the other functionalities into the Oakter remote as well. As you can see, my AC has been turned on. Now I'm going to click the off button, and you'll have to trust us on this. I am clicking the off button on the Oakter Smart Home app, and let's see if the AC turns off or not. And it did turn off. So what it means is we were successful in making the Oakter remote learn about the on-off functionality of the Voltas AC remote. And this is how you can go ahead and customize any remote which is not available within the Oakter Smart Home app. Now let's see if we can use Alexa to voice control the newly added AC remote. So as you can see, and if you remember, Alexa had already self-detected the AC remote when we added it into the Oakter app. This is due to the username and password that we use in the settings of the Oakter remote skill. as you can see, the AC remote has already started showing up in the device list. Now let's try to switch on and switch off the AC using the voice commands. Alexa, turn on AC. So when I issued the voice command to turn on AC, the AC was turned on, and let me see if we can switch that off. Alexa, turn off AC.
Okay.
So indeed, the voice commands are working as well. So here we go, friends. We have tried to cover all the functionalities of this amazing OakRemote Wi-Fi universal remote, and we have tried to cover all the configuration steps, including how to use the pre-configured remotes as well as how to configure a new custom remotes. This is a very interesting device because it can connect literally all the IR devices in the same room. To buy this product, please check out the links in the description given below. If you like our channel, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like if you love this video, and please do share with your friends. Thank you.